They call me D. I was 22, a security guard on my last shift. I'd been working this dead-end gatehouse job at a snobby, rich enclave called Lynx Creek since I mustered out of the Air Force. I was finally off to college, had a new job lined up at the campus library. This was my final night playing babysitter to a bunch of scam artists and social climbers. 75% of my job was turning away pizza drivers who'd been stiffed by the residents. It was midnight. My relief was late. All I wanted was to go home, burn this uniform, and never look back. That's when a beat-up Nissan Altima pulled up to the gate. My heart sank. God damn it. But the feeling that washed over me next was colder than frustration. It was a primal itch between my shoulder blades. The woman behind the wheel was sweating, her face slick and pale in the fluorescent gatehouse light. She was jumpy, her head on a swivel, ducking low every time a car passed. Just residents coming home. I leaned out. Ma'am, everything okay? Her eyes were wide, the pupils pinpricks. He's following me, she whispered, her voice frayed at the edges. The man he assaulted me. He's right behind me. I went to high alert. My hand drifted into my belt, my eyes scanning the road. Is he close? What's he driving? She pointed a shaking finger. Him! The one that just passed! The blue sedan! It was a completely different car. Before I could say another word, she was pointing again. No, him! The red one! They're all in on it! The penny dropped. This was before I knew the term gang stalking, the paranoid delusion that the whole world is a stage and everyone on it is an actor in a play meant for you. She was on something bad. You should call the police, ma'am, I said, trying to keep my voice calm. The police? She shrieked, a raw, tearing sound. They're in on it! They're all in on it! This carried on for what felt like an eternity. She pointed a minivan, a pickup truck, a goddamn Prius, her story becoming more tangled and frantic with each one. Finally, a man emerged from the shadows on the Lynx Creek side of the gate. He just walked out of the bushes, scaring the living hell out of me. He went to her window. Chloe, he said, his voice weary, practiced. Baby, it's okay. It's me. He gave me a slow, deliberate look. The one that says, I know, man. I deal with this every day. After a few minutes of him talking to her, he managed to get into the passenger seat. They drove off into the night. A minute later, my relief finally showed up. I told him the story, filed my report, and went home, officially free. The next day, I came back to the Lynx Creek Dart House to turn in my uniform. My boss was there, and so was a county sheriff. They asked me about the woman in the Nissan. I told him everything. I showed him the report. They told me that later that night, the boyfriend, his name was Ryan, had been admitted to the ICU, stabbed multiple times. The girl, Chloe, was gone. Vanished. I finished my statement, shook my boss's hand, and walked away. It was no longer my problem, but it settled in my gut, a cold, heavy stone. Nothing spooky, no skinwalkers or ghosts, just the chilling, unsettling truth that I'd been standing 2 feet from a raging storm, and if I'd opened that gate for her, if I'd let her out of that car, I truly believe the knife she used on Ryan would have found a home in me. I was just lucky. Sometimes, that's all there is.
For more viral content, endless free giveaways, cash opportunities, and more, be sure to visit goodbadsuperugly.com.